These errors on your credit report is costing you 20 points, 50 points, even 100 points. And I'm gonna show you what to look for and how to fix it. Hold on, before I walk you through everything, pull up your smart credit report so you can follow along on what I'm doing and what I'm showing you. And if you don't have your smart credit report, the link is gonna be pinned to the comments. It's a $1 trial, so you can test it out to see if you like it. All right, so let's get into it. So when you look at your smart credit report, right? I'm into my client's credit report and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But first and foremost, when you're on this specific screen, when you pull up your credit report or you pull up smart credit and you see, hey, this is going to be the overview of everything. So what you're going to see is your current credit score with TransUnion, right? Score builder means basically these negative accounts potentially plus or 90 points that's holding your credit score back. And then let's just say you have credit cards that are open. Let's just say specifically plus or 4 points that, hey, if you pay down your credit card debt, that you can potentially get a plus for. And if you remove the negative items off your credit report, then potentially you'll have a 90-point increase as well, right? Just potentially. And then overall, based off of right now, today's data on your report, you're going to see like, hey, your future score is a 697. This is just right now. But on your report, of course, it looks a little bit different. So for this specific client, 697 if everything got wiped off completely, paid off debt completely today. But over time, you're going to see your future score go up, 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 and up, right? So it might be at a 7 something, or it might be at a 750, or it might be at this specific score. Like everybody, of course, is a little bit different. But when you pay attention to your specific score, you're going to see, all right, I see what I got to do, right? You're going to be like, all right, I can take care of this. One of the things you want to do is click on start a plan, right? And look at to see, hey, how much money do I need to pay down to get 10 point, 20 point, 30 point increase? All right. Then let's just say for score builder, what negative accounts do I need to dispute or focus on to get quote unquote 90-point increase? So those are the things you want to pay attention so you can have in your mind that, all right, I need to fix this. I need to take care of this. I don't need to be spending much money on this. I didn't make sure I'm good on that. So next, what you want to do is, of course, do this right here. So as you can see, you're going to click on reports, right? At the top, you're going to click on reports. And then once you click on report, you're going to click on switch to classic view. All right. Now, once you click on switch to classic view, then you're going to see an overview of your accounts, right? So you're going to have TransUnion, you're going to have Experian, and you're going to have Equifax. Now, the points that you can potentially be missing out if you have an open account is this right here. So I want to show you, if you go to your payment, we'll say you look at your open accounts and you look at your payment history, you notice that TransUnion and Experian is reporting on-time payments. And as you can see, Equifax isn't reporting on-time payments. If you don't know, 35% of your credit score is based off on-time payments. So by it not reporting on-time payments, you're missing out on points. Not reporting, like you're missing out on points. And what I mean by missing out on points, the highest credit score you can have is an 850, and the lowest credit score you can have is a 300. That means you technically have 550 points to play with when it comes to your credit score. 850 minus 300 gives you 550 points. 35%, if you do 35% of 550 or 0.35 times 550, that gives you 192.5 points, part of the category of payment history. That means you're missing out on points. So one of the things you want to do is look at every single open account to see, hey, are they actually reporting on-time payments? Because if they're not reporting nothing, you're missing out on points, okay? I don't know how many specific points, we don't know, but you're missing out on points. So that's one of the things you want to do, because the credit bureau, the Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, say that, and anybody else, but Experian, TransUnion, Equifax always have inaccurate reporting, and not just with like your negative accounts, your open accounts as well. So one of the things you want to do, and I'll talk about how to fix this, but one of the things you want to do is check every single open account on your report. Pay attention. Another thing you want to pay attention to is this as well. So for an example, this one, of course, is the same, but sometimes your balance owed is incorrect on your revolving debt. If you have, let's just say, you know that let's say you have a 500 or you have a 200 balance. You paid everything, well, you paid it to 100 balance. And then you look, 100, or you got it from $200. You got it from $200, or it's at $200, and you paid it down to 100. And it doesn't report, you continue looking the next month, and it's not reporting the correct balance. That's also hurting your credit score. The reason why is because 30% of your credit score is, of course, utilization. So by it not being correctly reported, it's costing you points. And I'm going to show you later on how to fix this. But I'm just showing you the things that you want to look at your smart credit report. You want to pay attention to see if these things are reported, because 1 point, 10 points, 20 points, it makes a difference when it comes to interest rate. It makes a difference when it comes to certain things that you're trying to apply for. So you want to pay attention to these specific things, okay? Now, another thing, when we come to, here's another example of what I was talking about as well, that, hey, this account is not reporting the on-time payments. But the negative accounts on your credit report, you also, here's another way, by it being inaccurate, it gives you the ability to dispute it. So you know that the account is yours, you know, whatever the case may be, life might have happened. We're not disputing that. What you want to be disputing is that Experian, TransUnion, Equifax have to maintain maximum possible accuracy according to the law. And if you Google 15 USC 1681, got all these specific laws, EB, you'll see the law that I'm talking about, and I'll put it in the description for reference. But according to that law, all this on your credit report has to be 100% accurate. So if you go line item by line item, and you look, like, just say the high balance, last verified, right? Date last of activity needs to be correct. And as you can see, TransUnion showing one day, Experian showing another day, Equifax is showing another day, right? And you go to date reported. This one showing this one, this one showing this one is showing a different one. And if you go to date open, this one is showing this one, Experian is showing this one, Equifax is showing this one. Balance, close date, all these different things are showing incorrectly, right? And if you can just keep on going line item by line item by line item, hey, this will give you the opportunity to remove this account off of the report. And I'm just showing you what I'm talking about. Now, here's another example of the same exact thing. If you look at this specific account, you're going to notice the same exact thing. Look at it. They owe a high balance. Date of last activity is totally different. Date reported, different, right? Date open is different. If you go over to and you continue to look at the close date, don't have nothing, and you just look at every single item or every single thing on this report, this will give you the opportunity to it allows you to dispute this account based off of the accuracy of the reporting. And yes, just because you're disputing the accuracy doesn't mean that, hey, this account is automatically going to come off your report. But the consistency of disputing this account based off of the accuracy will give you the opportunity to get the account removed from your report. And that's what you want to continue. So now you saw what your smart credit report looks like. So now how can you actually fix these things? You probably got everything is going through your head. So one of the ways you can fix, let's just say, the balance, if it's being reported incorrectly, you can give Experian, you can give TransUnion, you can give Equifax a call. You can dispute over the phone when it comes to this, because you're just disputing the balance that, hey, this balance is reported incorrectly. This is the correct balance. Let them know. And that probably is going to take roughly less than 30 days for them to update and fix the balance, okay? Now, if the payment history is incorrect, you can also give them a call as well and say, hey, Experian and TransUnion is reporting on-time payments, but on here on Equifax is not reporting the correct on-time payments, and you can dispute that as well. I made the on-time payments, I did everything, let them know, and you can give them a call. Now, the next, of course, way to dispute is creating a letter. All right, so you can create a letter to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, screenshot what you're talking about, and say, hey, this balance is reported incorrectly. This is the correct balance. This payment history is not this payment history is not reporting anything. I've been paying on time, and then dispute that based off of that. This is what it's supposed to be, okay? And then you send that certified to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, and that's how you're gonna update. Now, when it comes to disputing the negative items, of course, you just grab my free SQL letter and then get that. Go to freesqlletter.com and get access to that, okay? Now, the next thing, if you don't have your smart credit report, what you waiting for? Go grab it. The link is in the description, and you can see what what's going on, right? You can see the overview. You can see what your future score looks like. You can see what's possible, and you can be able to dispute the inaccuracies. And for my people that's watching on TV, I'll have the QR code right here for you, so you can go ahead and grab that. But for my people that's on their phone, you can, the link's gonna be pinned to the description and pinned to the comments, so go grab it.